What's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Now this is the 5th installment in the Ghostbusters franchise, but it's actually a sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now this is also directed by Gil Keenan, and you have like the returning stars, some Ghostbusters Afterlife like Paul Rudd, Karen Coon, Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, Celeste O'Connor, and Logan Kemp. But you also have like the original like actors like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, also Annie Potts too. Like she's also in the film, so they're returning like from like the original film, so they're back in the film too as well. Now this particular film is taking place like in New York City again, and you have like this death-chilling god who has been unleashed on the city and causes like chaos and stuff like that. Now I must admit, I thought the look of this particular film, and I know it's been getting like review bomb, like like on Rotten Tomatoes, like the reviews, like a lot of people, even the critics, even like the fans, they're like turning it down, whatever. Cause I think it's getting more worse with reviews in Ghostbusters Afterlife. But still, like I thought some of like the ghosts in the film, or like the visual effects for the ghosts throughout the film, I thought were pretty cool. Especially like some of like the like most of like the opening sequence of the film where they're chasing like this serpent thing. It had like a name for it too. I forgot what it was called. Yeah, I think it was called Hell's Kitchen Sewer Dragon. That particular sequence I thought was kind of exciting because they're like in the car, like the Ecto one, like car driving around trying to pursue this particular like ghost flying around the city, and it was cool. Looking like the visual effect of how it looked like the sewer. I think they called it Sewer Dragon. It was like a dragon basically. I thought that was like a cool sequence. Plus there are like other sequences throughout the film too, where like the various different ghosts are introduced and so on that do look pretty cool, especially like the main villain of the film. I forget what they call his name, the one that was like sealed away and has like the ability to freeze everything and cause like ice and so on. But overall, the film does have different there's like a bunch of this one I think kind of messes it up, but it's pretty cool because there's like a bunch of characters in the film, and there's like a bunch of different, I guess you could say, plot points in the film that the film does like focus on. Like you have like the idea that Finn Wolfhard, like his character Trevor Spengler, he gets to like a confrontation where he has to always deal with like this like green like ghost that looks like Slimer, but I don't think it's really Slimer, but it looks like Slimer because he's trying to lure the ghost out, and it's by feeding it and everything so he can capture it. So he has moments like that throughout the film where he has to keep encountering this particular like ghost. Then you also have McKenna Grace, who plays Phobia Spengler, but Phoebe Spengler. Now I thought hers kind of was the most interesting of the bunch because she has like this particular arc in the film where she has to deal with like this spirit, this ghost. Like she goes to like a park in the film and she be playing like chess. I think it's chess if I can remember correctly. That she meets like this young ghost who shows up, like this girl who supposedly had died like a long time ago, and they have like a relationship that they develop throughout the film as well. And it turns out she's not really what she's supposed to be. That's like spoiler territory. I don't want to go into that too much. But the way they was like developing her character right there, it looks like they was trying to develop her into having like a romantic like relationship with this particular like female ghost. And I thought that was kind of interesting. I forget what the ghost. Yeah, the ghost was called Melody. That was the name of the particular ghost. And she's played by Emily. I think Emily Lynn. But yeah, Melody was like the name of this particular ghost, and they have like their own art. Then of course you have other characters, say like Ernie Hudson as Winston. He's like running kind of like a lot of the stuff dealing with the ghosts. He takes like some of like the younger like new Ghostbusters, and take them and show them about like the technology that they are developing to like capture like the ghosts and so on, where they restore them at and things like that. Then you also have like Dan Aykroyd, like he's still there too as well. Raymond, he's still running like his shop, and he has like an assistant, and he still collects artifacts that are possessed by like ghosts or spirits. So he's still doing things like that because he's the one who actually gets like the possessed spirit that contains like the antagonist of the film. And Garaka, I believe that's how you pronounce the name. That is the actual antagonist of the film. Now I must admit, he does look cool, and when he does show up, it's kind of cool too. But I must admit, it's a spoiler territory. He doesn't really show up to kind of towards the end of the film, where you can see him like in his full glory and stuff that he's able to do, like freezing the city and how powerful he is. He doesn't really do that kind of until like towards like I guess you could say the third act, and that's like spoiler territory. Now there's also like the character of Nadim, and he's played by Kumail Nanjiani. I know he plays like in a lot of films. He plays this particular like character, like I think he's like Indian or something like that. But apparently he is like he had ancestors who were like the fire masters who could take on Garaka, and apparently he's like a descendant of these fire masters. So his character has like an arc in the film where he's able to actually control fire, like with like some kind of magic ability that he didn't know that he even had. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So there's like a bunch of different arcs throughout the film. Then you have stuff that focuses on like Gary, like Paul Rudd's like character. It's like he's just there to be like a helpful member to like the Spangler family and so on, like that he has to look after the kids and stuff like that. It's like he doesn't really stand out too much in this particular film, from my opinion. But all the various different ghosts, like the miniature, like what a little Stay Puft, Marshmallow Man's, all that kind of stuff, all that stuff was pretty cool. In the film, it was like funny, and like Bill Murray, like in when he does show up, you know, he does provide like the usual like comic relief, and so he comes there to help them and stuff like that. But other than that, I thought it was pretty. It was like a decent film, but it was something just still like holding it back. Even I felt like it was just like too many characters and too many like arc things going on in the particular film, like story arcs. But overall, it was a decent film. There's also like Easter eggs too, so you have to watch like the not the full after credits, but like I think midpoint, like, as it's going off, something shows up, and I just leave it down on sport. But anyway, I thought Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, I thought it was like a decent film. It was okay. I'm gonna give it a C, and I would definitely recommend it for like fans of like the Ghostbusters like franchise. You know, it's kind of cool. So like the original like Ghostbusters here too, as well, like Bill Murray, Darren Aykroyd, Aaron Hurst, and even Andy Potts has returned. I do think that's still kind of cool seeing them. And plus, there are like hints to other ghosts that were like in the previous film or other locations from the previous films. I thought was pretty cool too as well. So I'm giving this a C. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.